Bonjour, and welcome to Six of the Best. This week, what I consider six of the best from the new releases. My favourite part of the week, to be fair, New Comic Book Day. Yes, it's because it's happiness. Is it not often controversial? But having said that, I do have not controversial, but I've got a nice mixed bag here for everyone. Couple of new, at least one new book, which is this one. I don't think I've reviewed this before, kind of like the animated Avengers, but we're at issue 6 now of this, and I've just been really impressed. Ty Templeton on that animated art style, really nice, and Paul Dini, obviously one of the original creators of, as you will all know, of the Batman animated adventures. This is just, the cover's a bit crap though, because this is Ra's al Ghul up here, and he is completely, this will not be in cover of the week, because that is a bad cover. That really is, that's Ra's al Ghul behind. Whether they thought like it'd be mysterious to hide him behind the title of the comic, I don't know. But anyway, but it was a good read. Hence, it's in my 6 of the best. But I haven't done that before. Green Arrow, I did issue 1 of this. This continues to these Dawn of DC. I've been shouting their praises. Praise where praise is due. I am kind of. It's really weird. I've been collecting comics all my life, but it feels like I'm a new DC reader, because there's characters that they're throwing in and everything that I'm sure are really, really cheering up long-time fans. But at the same time, they are bringing me back every month to most of those Dawn of DC books. So well done to them. Again, these Star Wars books continue to impress me. Not every single one of them. But I do like an anthology. I enjoy an anthology, and obviously with that format you can get the good, the bad, and the ugly. Generally, though, that's issue 3 of that, and of the Darth Vader, black, white, and red, and it's been very good. By and large, it's been very, very good. This is the one that was controversial because, do you know what? I have been having a right pop. I've been having a right pop at this comic for a few months. I've been bearing with it, but Zeb Wells, what I've been asking for is to get on with it. And last month, and especially this month, nice. That's more like it. Give us Doc Ock. Last month was a nice build-up. That's all we want. Come on, bring Doc Ock back. And it's still a little bit too light in tone in some places. Very, 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 very cartoony. And I don't just mean the art style, I mean that very. But we'll go through it in a deep dive. Cartoony, this can never get too cartoony. I know, I don't care. It's my channel and I'm going to do what I want, alright? So you're going to have to skip, all you lot that are getting fed up with me reviewing Darkwing Duck, alright? That's why I chapterise it now. You can skip. You can skip my Darkwing Duck adventures, alright? I don't mind. As long as you like and comment and subscribe at the end. We're getting to that in a minute. My book of the week. This Avengers book has been really. Greg Land's artwork, which I've had a soft spot for many a year. I think it was Sojourn, cross-gen, many, many years. What would that have been? Late 90s maybe? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. And if any of you reckon Sojourn was the first time I recognised Greg Land's artwork. So we're talking 25 years ago, roughly. I might be too early, but anyway, this is issue 4 of this, and this has been, I think I may have done issue 1 of this, but this has been a rollicking story, and the bootleg Avengers, there's just a lot of fun. I just found this issue perfectly pitched for a concept like the bootleg Avengers, whereas Amazing Spider-Man, what I'm talking about is kind of like they're there. It is there for fun, and I mean proper fun, like just good comic book fun. The bootleg Avengers, and pitched nicely, just really, really pitched well. Whereas that that kind of light-heartedness in Amazing Spider-Man with Zeb Wells. Well, I think it's getting there, and it's taking its time. But anyway, I won't carry on about that particular thing. What I will carry on about, though, is everyone who is liking and subscribing and commenting. Thank you all. It's my first year's anniversary a week or so ago, and I owe everything, for the channel to everyone who likes and subscribes. Whoops, I dropped all those on the floor. So yeah, as always, a big thank you. Please continue to especially comment. That's the bit I really do love, and that does seem to be my hardest thing, is to convince you all to just give me a comment. Just drop one in, please. I love it. And you nutters, the nutters that are subscribing, love you the best. And join me after the scroll. We're going to do a deep dive on those bad boys and look at the cover of the week. Some of the stuff I cover here, see what I did there? Some of the stuff I don't cover in the deep dive might be in the cover of the week. So either skip to the end or hold on for that bit. See you after the scroll. Okay, so first up, Batman Adventures continue. Obviously, based on the animated series style. Like I said in the intro, I don't know why. I don't know if they think they've positioned his eyes there, looking out of the but I don't think that works. This bit obviously does. They kept as you can see, all the style that we come to know and love from the main series back in the day. Ty Templeton's artwork keeps it nice and light, But when you think, this is the bit I liked about this book, and which is why it's in my pick of the week. Why you would assume it's Batman Animated Adventures, and it may be light-hearted, fair, and aimed squarely at children. It isn't. This is a Ra's al Ghul story. Talia's in it. Got a little bit of interest. This is just all, like I say, this is just all nice artwork based on the, what's come before. Here we go, Talia. Intro. Just, Bruce Wayne's done well, the action's done well, but other than that, we've got Gotham, we've got Bullock on patrol. So we've got it all here, mysterious figure, rain-soaked Gothic mansions, the gargoyles and stuff. Right, fine. But we'll get to that at the end of the story. He goes, for a break with Talia, and, he's kind of, or not for a break with Talia, but we know who's going to be on this boat, don't we? Two goons attack, So what I'm saying is this does come across as standard fare, but we kind of haven't seen Batman yet, so you can't say this is squarely aimed at children. Otherwise, you wouldn't be very happy, would you, if you was a 6-year-old kid and Batman's not in it? But this was still a very good read. He was more detective, which I like. I like it when he's the more detective than action. Ra's al Ghul, older, and he makes a proposition to Bruce Wayne. It's a really nicely done story about getting Talia to get Bruce in to make his proposition. And again, if you thought this was squarely aimed at children, I don't know. I know this isn't exactly graphic, a graphic scene of sexual orientation, but I don't know if he was aiming it at 6 to 9-year-olds. You'd bother showing Talia and Bruce in bed together. And after this, like I say, I just thought this was really nicely done. Some not good storytelling, but with Paul Dini, one of the original creators, and then this character that has been chased from the beginning, Catwoman, falls into the greenhouse of. So next month's issue is set up nicely. Really enjoyed it. As you can see, it's does exactly what it says on the tin. Really gives you some Batman Animated Adventures, and I've been collecting those comics since I started buying them from my son when they first come out. It's kind of first collection. So another DC book. Green Arrow, as you can see, Peacemaker and whatever character. Like I say, I'm not a big DC fan, so I don't know what the Lady Peacemaker may be. And Ollie, here he is. His name's on the comic, so they've got him in it, which is good. Legion of Superheroes, you know, I may have read. Well, I say may have. I would have read. I've got some pocketbooks with them in it years and years, you know, many moons ago when I was a kid on holiday. Legion of Superheroes, and I really did like the setup. Obviously set in the future, 30th century, I believe, reuniting with the rest of the family kind of thing. That's in the future. This is in present day. Peacemaker and Hulk, is it the name of the character? Please forgive me if I'm getting them all wrong. Obviously I know Black Canary and Peacemaker from the films, but I'm not up on all these characters. But this story really did romp along. Nice artwork on it. Enough for me to follow this story, and it again, it's an easy read, and I don't mind that at the moment. You know, if you get too much heavy stuff every week, you know, this nice bit of backstory here, you know, we're just straight up to date. It's just rolling along, and I'm enjoying it for that. Now we're setting up more intrigue of where we are, you know, because this is the third issue. It's been unravelling each issue what has been going on. So I am being kept up on events in all this stuff. This is all nicely done. Nice art job. Let's give a shout out to the artist, Sean Izansi. And the colouring, Ramald Fajarod Jr. Oh, forgive me with the names. I don't know why I did that. I should stay away from the names, shouldn't I? And just continue saying good art job. This looks fun, by the way. I don't often do this, but I love the way he's used the ring to do that. Anyway, I can't believe that hasn't been done before. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, Ollie's back and someone else is as well. So, you know, yes, thoroughly enjoyed. Thoroughly continue to enjoy all of the Dawn of the DC books. So, and Joshua Williamson does a nice writing job on that. Keep everyone, you know, he's in that Wade and John's school of superhero storytelling where he makes it look easy. These books, like I say, I've also been enjoying. The Vader one particularly, I think it does lend itself some Vader stories. This is part 3 of a story that's been going on in all 3 issues, so I'll quickly go through that because there's not really a lot to tell. They kind of finished the story off in this one, where Vader just escapes. He's magnificent, you know, end kind of thing. So that hasn't been the greatest. What I did love in this issue is this, written and drawn by the same guy. I'd never heard of him before, and I don't know why I just loved this kind of like almost like horror comic style horror. You know, if it was a horror story, kind of quite an organic, fluid kind of style to it. Obviously, like a lot of modern artists now have got these manga flourishes, which I don't mind, and it's just great to see it in black and white. I know they're giving it the touch of red, but I you know, let's call it. It's essentially black and white. I'm really enjoying this stuff, and this was I'm kind of, you know, look at this, you know, when Vader, this is more or less a story of Vader Unleashed, you know, it's one man taking on all these, you know, on kind of one aspect of the, I can't turn that the other way, so apologies, that should be obviously looked at that way. Look at that. What a nice piece, nice panel of artwork that is, coming out of the explosion from this. You know, there's one more survivor. I won't. Right, I'll just. Daniel Warren Johnson is the artist on it, but I'll skip the ending because obviously, if you want to buy the book, you want to have something. You know, that nice little kind of, not really a twist, but just a nice ending to a short story, which I really do enjoy. And this was good. It was Stefano Raphael, the artist, and nice story by Mark Bernardin, and you don't really know where it's going. You're thinking, oh, you know, kind of like, what is happening? But it's enough to keep you turning the page. And again, it's like it's a little rebel stronghold, which she's saying, well, I didn't know there was any rebels on this planet. And again, showing you Vader's powers and what he can do on his own, and he don't need no Death Star really. But yeah, look at that. That was nice as well. I like that. I like that. This, just showcasing Vader at his finest in this comic. And I will leave there because again, there are two nice stories in there which are just punctuated well at the ending by the writers and the artists, by everyone involved. So yeah, my third recommendation. Now this one, Zeb Wells, come on, he finally gets going. Yay! Finally gets going with a story. He kind of did last month, but I thought let's just give him a while. But yeah, this one finally gets going. Doc Ock, he's replaced the old arms have kind of gone wrong. They've gone a bit mental. So he's replaced them with these kind of organic, little bit of Craven. This is a spillover from another, from Spider-Man Venom comic book day or something, where he's brought something to Doc Ock to get these working or whatever. But he's not in it for long. Still good to see Craven the Hunter though. But so Doc Ock's got this new technology, kind of more like along the lines of a nanotechnology, new arms. And I like the way Zeb Wells has done this, where they can the parts can all, very modern, that kind of nanotech feel to it, where the pieces of his arms can move independently of each other. So they're more like minions now, look. With this garble noise, with this juice, whatever's in them, look. But I did enjoy it. I did enjoy this take on Doc Ock, and all the mayhem that you want to see ensues. Very simple, just a very simple setup. Sometimes that's all you need. It's actually got Spider-Man in it, which is good, but not for long. But this is still kind of like the setup, but enough Spider-Man, and even Doc Ock, saying, which I always like, saying, "Oh, you talk too much," and you go on. I'm waiting for one of your classic Bond mots. While he's crushing him. What? Come on, speak up. Yeah. Now Norman turns up to save the day, but Doc Ock's one step ahead again. So they're both. He's knocked out. Spider-Man's prisoner. Lovely. Set up for the next issue. That's all we wanted. Cracking read. And again, a lot. It's nice to get back to basics and not have a multi-verse, multi-arc, multi-issue, multi-character, multi-everything story. Sometimes it is best just to give us something straightforward, which leads me on nicely to the terror that flaps in the night. I am loving Amanda Dybart and Carlo Lauro on the art, writing and colouring on this book. I love. This is one of my favourite. When I get my I got about 14, 15 titles this week. I read this first. Whenever this is in my pile, I will dig this out. So I will apologise in advance, but I will get this over with quickly. I just wanted to highlight a couple of bits about how good this is. I am the terror that flap. I am the itch on the tiny spot in the centre of the back, just beyond the reach of the fingertips of evil. In the last issue, the kids at the local school have been Dr. What is his name? Not Dr. No Good has hypnotised them all, and they think that, and so they're all throwing food all the way through this issue. They're throwing food at Darkwing Duck. Here's his daughter now. She's Quiverwing Quack. Oh dear. So anyway, he's still throwing all the food. Look, here's the kids throwing the food, and they're making these quips. Look, see, fast food. I am contractually obligated to say that's appealing. And then his daughter's saying, "I hope my brainwashed schoolmates can't hear you." Then he's saying about, "Look, I can barely get you to brush your teeth," and she goes, "Dad, I'm a duck, I don't have teeth." Listen, I might not be in my head. This might sound more hilarious now I'm describing it. So anyway, here's the villain for this issue. That you hope is that so very shocking? Because obviously it's electric is his power. But anyway, look, they jump on a tyre, so his electric doesn't work. Just trying to think of the guy's name. I should know the name of all the supervillains in Darkwing Duck, shouldn't I? So anyway, Quackwing Quack wants to be part of this new team, but he's not really. He's not. Launchpad gets involved. He's come down as well. So like, there's everyone here now. They're having the father-daughter spat, which I really like. Then he creates like a carnival roller coaster thing to trap Darkwing Duck, and then this is the double cross. I am the visionary virtuoso who always carries virtual enhancements. I am. Oh, double cross. She's got to make some calls to save the day using her phone. But anyway, she saves the day because Megavolt was his name. Look, so this is the what are they calling it? The Fearsome Five. Quackerjack. We've seen all these in previous issues. Negaduck, Bushroot, Megavolt was seen in this issue. Liquidator, I think we've seen last issue or two. But who do we need to save the day? The Justice Ducks. Oh dear. So Morgana, which is his girlfriend. Launchpad, who we always see in every issue. Gizmo Duck, Neptunia, Stegma. We haven't really seen a couple of these too much yet, but I'm pretty sure we will, because the setup, I will skip to the end. The setup, after all, there's only one Darkwing Duck, but really this is the setup to see more of, it says here in next issue, there's more about the super team. So let's see. But anyway, that's enough of that. But I hope you can see why I really enjoy that. Anyway, perhaps I'll stop now, because that's the end of that issue. So, and it would make a good graphic novel. Good graphic novel. 6. Come on, loads of fun. 6 issues, 1 graphic novel. Right, book of the week. From the ridiculous to the sublime. Now, as I mentioned, Greg Land's artwork. Derek Landy's written a story here that I think is great. And again, the thing that's running through what I'm enjoying at the moment is it's an easy read. Oh God, no! It's the bootleg Avengers. I love this conceit. So basically, they've got the powers. This character's come down in one of the early issues and granted superpowers to people. So, and these lot have obviously asked for certain. The fight that ensues and the dialogue that ensues, like as they take on each other, is great. It really is, and especially, she's more in awe of Captain Marvel. Look, Captain Marvel, my God, I have so many questions. This is where this could have been really badly conceived. This could have ended up with just a big flat joke, but somehow it works, including the dialogue of bootleg Thor, which have at thee, knave, verily, let the thunder of our blows shake the very halls of Valhalla. And Thor says along the way there, he goes, here he goes, is that really how people think I sound? I am the new god of thunder, etc. So you get the gist. Because they're all matched. They're matched with the same powers, but they haven't got the experience, particularly Captain. No one's going to take on Steve Rogers, Captain America. The Black Panther character was the bootleg Black Panther was a very interesting character in this, and basically gives the story the spin that you need. Otherwise, it's just an elongated fight. These characters, and again, this is what Greg Land does women well. This kind of stuff here is, again, Greg Land makes this stuff look easy. This is how we want to see superheroes in a comic. Superheroines. Are they superheroes now? Are we allowed to say superheroines? Female superheroes, this is how we want to see them in a comic. We don't want to see them fat and blobby and ugly. The same way you don't want to see the superheroes. I don't want to see fat or skinny or anything. They're supposed to be the pinnacle of physical and mental ability. So that's what we want to see. Here's the big bad. He turns up. Again, cracking artwork. This, just, you know, Thor, Captain Marvel taking on. Captain Marvel's written well in this, and so is She-Hulk. Not over the top. They take over, you know, woman power. Oh my God, you know what they're doing over on the TVs and films at the moment. No, none of that. This is just Avengers full on with a cosmic enemy. Love it. Love it. And that is why it's my book of the week. I do love a bit of Avengers. Here's the kind of star spanning bit, the cosmic bit at the end. You know, is the villain going to, what's going to happen? What's going to happen next month? Yeah, that is my book of the week. Now, let's move on to cover of the week. I'll keep that one there because obviously it doesn't really describe a bootleg Avengers. That just looks like a cheap, almost looks like a card, you know, in a way, but it's still a decent cover. One cover that I was impressed with was that. Now, if you want dark and gothic, I mean, I've reviewed Detective Comics and it is a great read. And my gosh, if you want gothic Batman, that is going to sell you the comic without a doubt. Gothic to horror, I love it. Now that is a horror comic cover. Arrow in the head, blood puddle with a dog licking from it, and her with a crossbow in the tree. Now that, I love this bit as well. That's a very well accomplished illustration. The Star Wars covers with the Vader are, you could say they're an easy cover really, because it's such an iconic character. So, you know, but I'm going to put that in there anyway because I do believe that is a very, very striking cover. Another one that I was impressed with was this one. It's a good read as well. Another anthology. I've just got to get the guy's name. Simon DeMeo cover on that, and the Spider-Man. I mean, you know, the Gold Goblin, Spider-Man, Doc Ock. You know, over just too big for the cover, so you can't get the, you know. But we know it's Spider-Man, don't we? Because we can see him on the cover, so we don't really need it spelt out for us, do we? I like it when they do that. So it's kind of out of this lot. But I think for just the glory of it, and it is between the superheroes this week, I think just for the glory of it, I like the fact that this has got all the characters in it. You know, it's Avengers on the cover, and it's Avengers title on the cover, and it's Avengers characters on the cover. But I'm just going to say this one's pipped by, and you know how much I love Greg Land. I think it's just pipped by this for cover of the week. Because I think, and like I say, if it's that old-fashioned, and the way I am looking at it, as if we had limited pocket money to buy a comic, and what would make us pick it up and look through it to buy. You know, just glancing at all the covers, and I think this is a wonderful cover. So I'm giving it, you know, a lot of kudos. I've given him a lot of stick, Zeb Wells, of late. I say a lot of stick, you know, a lot of stick for me. I don't tend to be overly critical, apart from when I had a moment a week or two ago. So I will leave it there. That's my book of the week. And until next week, when I do 6 more of the best, I will bid you all adios.